like feel the emotion of love.
It's too real. It's like when people saw movies with sound for the first time and lost their fucking minds. They're like, "Oh, it's too real."
Really?
Yeah, they were freaking out. They're like, "No, I want Charlie Chaplin to oddly dance around in some weird time frame, like beep, 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 beep," you know,
because it feels surreal.
And they heard people talk, and they're like, "Oh fuck, this is too real." That's how I feel about dreams.
Well, that was the thing with it's like the Uncanny Valley. It's like when Polar Express came out, people were like, "Ugh." Because I remember every year the new 2K would come out or the new Madden would come out, and the graphics would be so good, everyone would say, "Excuse me, looks like real life."
Welcome back.
You know?
Yeah.
And they'd be, it looks like real life. And then one year it came out and it like...
And then you're like, what is I, fucking stupid? This doesn't look anything like real life.
Because it got too close.
Yeah.
It got too close and it looked disturbingly close to real life. And you start to realize it doesn't look anything like real life. You know?
Yeah. Funny how that happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of that imposter syndrome, right?
Well, because they did that with Fiona in Shrek. They made her look very human, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And when the movie came out, audiences were like very disturbed by the way she looked because it looked so close to human, but it was like
were they really?
Ogre.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, they remade her as like a more cartoony version.
It was too
close. It was so they remade it.
No, honestly, like the most like crazy nightmare-inducing shit you can find is just like I just imagine some weird photo that you come across on like Reddit.
Yeah.
Some odd place in Reddit, and it's just like an actual human being's face, but just like
off.
Yeah, just off. Yeah.
Movie. Okay, well, a movie you recommended to me.
It's almost like the testament to the power of like humans' imagination, because like you can imagine like the most ridiculous looking shit. People made up Star Wars. Like Jar Jar Binks was a fucking like walking dildo, you know, hanging out with like a young boy, and then but if you just see like a pickle
what kind of
with
dildos
a human
are you
face. You
Sorry,
know?
didn't want to derail your joke with my own joke.
I'm just saying it's weird. It's like two. It's like your brain has to work harder if it looks just slightly off reality.
Slight deviations.
Just a slight deviation off reality, and your brain's like, no, we need patterns.
That's how I feel about Canada. Because you go to Canada, and there are just things where you're like, what?
I've never been to Canada.
Dude, if you go...
I'd like to go to Montreal.
I've never been there.
Vancouver seems cool, but the Pacific Northwest all kind of seems like the same thing.
It's a little weird. It's like bizarro Seattle, man. You go and you're like, this is just everything's a little bit off. Everyone talks a little funny. The prices are a little bit different. In the way, just certain things are weird. The cultures are weird. You'll walk like 19 blocks and realize you haven't seen a not Chinese person.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is odd. Oh, the places you'll go. But
strange. Everyone's always sorry. Everyone is just like their greetings like, "Oh, sorry." They say hello by saying sorry.
You know, it's a weird situation. I just had to go back to Cincinnati for like a week. Not even a week, 4 days. And like the people I encountered in like the suburban Krogers that I went to, I remember like standing there being like, oh, dude, these people are rude as fuck.
How so?
Just go
bad on Ohio people.
I'm not going to go bad. It was like odd. Like, I think more so what it was is like here, no one pays attention to you because everyone's so obsessed with himself. But like in Ohio, like this lady in a giant, of course, she's got a giant SUV with God knows fucking 6 or 7 of those little soccer ball stickers on the back. It's like Braden, Caden, Braitley, Ashton, you know, then.
Yeah.
And then
Brantley,
like the Star Wars
Brady,
parents. It's like, we're cool. We're the Star Wars parents. We're not like the Borg ones. So this lady like cuts me off, and I like gave her a little honk because she like I was trying to like turn. And she was in the lane turning in front of me, and she just obviously ran this red light. And I'm like pulling out in the intersection. She just cuts in front of me.
Yeah.
So I give her a honk, dude. And this bitch, I'm not going to say what, you know, I could call her a Karen. That would be the cop out. She had a fucking bob ass haircut with some intense highlights. A real Bret Michaels bitch. You know what I mean?
Real Rock of Love contestant.
She fucking almost clips the front of my mom's Subaru that I'm driving. And so I give her a honk, and she just immediately, like, I can't even express how a fraction of the second after I honk, she like she was expecting it, throws up the bird. And she's like, "Oh fuck you!" And I hear her say
You
it.
heard
I hear her say it because she's shouting it like through the window. She's like, "Oh fuck you!" And I'm like, "Dude, really?"
The "oh fuck you" is the indignation.
I know, dude.
It's the I know I'm doing something wrong, but fuck you anyway. I'm
I
like,
know.
you should have. That's one of those situations.
You don't even know what it's like to raise 7 kids. You couldn't even imagine, dude. Why do fucking families get to rule this whole world, dude?
No, I don't.
Everything is catered for a goddamn family. That's why I like Los Angeles. If you're in a family in Los Angeles, someone will scream at you in the street and tell you to go the fuck home, dude.
Yeah.
This is
Kansas.
this is for road dogs only, dude.
Yeah,
and that's
dude.
how I like it, dude.
It's for real.
For real. This whole world isn't catered to fucking families, dude. I hate it, dude.
Also, one thing that drives me nuts is the whole like, I do this for my family, man. I'm worried about my family. I'm so concerned about my family. I'm like, that doesn't make you a good person. I don't give a fuck about your family.
Dude.
Do you know what I mean? The guy that's always like, yeah, I'm in my family. I want what's best for my family. I'm like, well, fuck your family. I don't care.
Well, it's
Doesn't
also
make you a good
it's
guy.
more so like, isn't that a fucking given, dude? Did it need to be said? Like, what made you? It's like you feel the need that you have to tell people. It's like, no, I'm taking care of my family. I'm gonna do it. Well, then just do it, dude.
Hey, guy, I assumed you loved your family.
I've never ever once in my life heard my dad even say the word family. I don't think.
No, or love.
Or love.
Yeah.
Or show it. And we don't have to. And that's fine.
That's how mine is. If you're like always like, man, I just love my children. It's like, hey, ask me if my dad loves me.
Yeah. He wouldn't say it in front of me.
It's if he has to be like, hey, you know I love you, right? I'd be like, dude, what's wrong?
Dad, come on, dude. Really?
It would be like, why would you say that?
Yeah, I would be pissed that he made it weird. I would be upset.
If he said that to me, I'd be like, oh, you don't.
I was like, why did you and mom have a fight? What's going on?
I'm 31. You've never said it before. Yeah. I always assumed it.
No, that means that he's now having weird dreams at night. And he's
For
just
sure.
like, oh, fuck, I'm old. Do my kids. Did I just work my whole life and now my kids, running around?
He's 69, so I think he's already had that thought.
Oh, you think he's
I think faster? At this point, he's just like, how many movies can I fit in before I die?
How many Netflix original series do I got left in the tank? Yeah, I get it.
I think he's a big go to the movies guy, but I think he's more like...
Really?
Yeah, dude.
My dad's gone to one movie in my life.
Dude, my dad crushes movies, dude.
My
He's a theater, but they like...
My dad parents won't go to a movie. He doesn't like crowds or people. So
he's a real junkie. Shut-in, huh? He's an agoraphobe, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
No, he just doesn't want. He just has no use for people. He's just like, no.
My dad likes to go off and...
He's like, I respect my family, and my family's all I need. That's what he says to me every day.
Is he like that?
No, dude.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No.
Maybe he was,
No.
He stays inside all the time just to prove his love for his family.
Yeah, for sure.
Why would I leave?
Yeah, why would I go anywhere? What's drawing me out?
All I need is you.
This is all I got.
Do your parents call you ZP?
No.
They don't. Come on, man.
My dad
they don't
calls me Z.
Does he?
My dad will just be like, Z, come here.
Well, then I guess he kind of does then.
It's like Yeah, we have like names for you. I haven't really called my parents that. I never really called them mom and dad. I call them Lisa and Greg.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. We don't.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is this a bit?
No, this is not a bit. We don't do it. We talk to each other like real people.
I cannot tell if you're kidding.
I'm not joking.
For how long?
Probably when I turn like 16.
You're just
when you become like a real person.
Maybe I just don't feel like a real person.
Yeah, when you start... There's a certain point in your life when you start banging people and drinking that your parents are left in no position but to start viewing you as an equal human being. Because they realize that you're doing all of the things that they did and they have nostalgia about it. So then that whole like wall breaks down of like, my parents are an authority figure. Unless you're just a leech and you do nothing and they foot all your bills and you're fucked. Yeah. But what I'm saying is
that you're stuck with mom. Like, I only call my parents mom and dad out of respect, not out of threat of withholding my livelihood.
Yeah, I don't.
Fortunately,
why is that really weird to you? I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't ever say mom or dad.
I say mom or dad, but my parents do view me as just like a guy out in the world that they love. They don't view me as like our little son, because I think because that was the nice thing. Once I felt like they like lost control of me, they were like, well, we did everything we could.
Yeah.
I guess he's just going to talk about pussies on
the internet for no money and no fame. Literally just everything to lose and nothing to gain. But yeah, no,
we can't stop loving him.
But that's our guy, you know?
Yeah. So they're just like, this is who he is, which is nice. But I still go with mom and dad. I call them John and Cheryl behind their backs. No, that'd be disrespectful. But to like you, I'd be like, yeah, I call her Share Bear. In my phone, she's Share Bear. I think she'd be fine with that.
Dude, my mom on my phone is Lisa Powers. I think.
When was the last time you called your mother mom? If you had to guess, 16?
I mean, I don't.
This is weird, man. You're the
mom,
weird one.
and I'll say mom in conversation. When I'm talking to you, I'm like, yeah, my mom did this. But like when we all like hang out together, I'm like, if I had to call her from across the room, and if like the printer wasn't working, I'd be like, hey Lisa, like what are you? The printer, you know, that makes me sound like a rich bratty kid, but no, I don't know, I can't explain it, dude. We all just started saying Lisa and Greg. It's like when I talk to them, I say their name, but when I talk about them to other people, I say mom and dad.
You know why?
Why?
Because if you said Lisa, we would assume that's not your mother. You're like, Lisa, my mom, my biological mom, not stepmom, not half. The woman whose pussy I came out of.
Yeah.
Lisa.
I think I was a C-section, dude. So watch your mouth, bro.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking,
no,
whose tummy slit you came out of? That's your mommy.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what this
means. You're the baby.
Dude.
But you know, now that you're saying that, you're right. That is a next level of familiarity where you're really transcending the power dynamic and saying, yeah, you're just a woman named Lisa and I'm just a guy named Zach.
Yeah, dude. No walls, dude.
Yeah. My parents don't play that. And I respect my family, so I don't play that either.
Front them?
No,
yeah,
I call them their full names behind their back.
Yeah.
Just out of respect.
Yeah. Share Bear, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's nice now because I hear a lot of my friends from home still have these like weird controlling relationships with their parents, and I'm like, they're like, how do you say pussy on the internet so much and your parents aren't mad at you? I'm like,
oh, weird,
because I live like
no,
I don't.
But this
see
is what I'm saying,
parents.
though, dude. You see what I'm saying?
No,
you reach a certain point of independence where like. Yeah,
but as a matter of respect,
my parents know everything about me, dude. I don't hide. I used to like the stand up like I said last time. I was like, they see me do stand up for the first time. Then it's kind of at that point, it's really
you know everything.
Yeah, you know who I am.
Right. You're just a guy named Zach.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know.
That's the way I want it, though, man. Like, I
want my son will basically be the equivalent of Bowser Jr. You know what I mean? In the Mario Kart franchise. And I put him up. A little Bowser.
I mean, I know what you're talking.
Bowser Jr.
I know Bowser Jr.
When I think about what my kid would look like, I just imagine Bowser Jr.
You know why? Because you think of yourself as Bowser.
No, I think I also think of myself as Bowser Jr. in a weird way, dude. Still, for sure. Yeah, because I'm not like a grown-up by any means, you know?
But you are a reptile.
Yeah. With a fucking skateboard and a bad attitude.
Have you tried to justify that? You're like, well, obviously, here's why I think of myself as a Mario, a sub Mario Brothers character. As a Yoshi's Story character.
Yeah, that's the closest approximation of what my child could be like, honestly.
I just imagine my child like on. Here's what's really messed up. I want to adopt. You know why I want to adopt? Because I don't want to give my kid my genes. I'm afraid my kid's gonna have
weird.
I'm afraid my kid's gonna have back knee, and then it's gonna be like.
You made it through.
I mean, I still got it though.
Yeah, dude, you can give your fucking dude. God knows what's ticking inside me. I'm waiting for my first heart attack, dude. It's not a reason not to have a kid.
You know what? Very good point. Because you've got like weird, crazy terminal illnesses floating around.
Yeah, dude.
And so I'm like, suck it up. You got a couple zits on your back. Relax.
Stop being a pussy, dude. Fucking figure that shit out. We'll get you Accutane or whatever you need, you know?
I'm like, you know what Zach's kid has? Lupus.
Yeah. He has an iron deficiency. You just break a bone at any moment. Dude. Get some weird blood disease.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe I still want to adopt. Did you burp into the mic?
It was like half out. I edit it, dude.
Yeah, all right. You got it. Censor the burp. Yeah, that's truly
the one thing worth censoring.
Yeah, man. What was the child thing? Oh, acne on the back? I guess that's just a phase you got. You never really did the whole acne. You never got into it.
Great skin. I had great skin and hair. I was just, a little river monster.
Yeah.
A big old boy,
That's your.
But mine never got acne or anything like that.
Dude, acne sucks so much. Yeah. I mentioned like you when was your most intense acne phase?
I didn't have one. Dude.
You really never had like a.
No, I mean I never would. I'll get a pimple every now and then randomly.
So it's been kind of just like a normal like pimple.
I feel like I had a normal. Acne was not a problem for me.
That's man. Cause
being 190 pounds wearing a Slipknot T-shirt with a Dale Earnhardt Jr. hat was a problem, and those were self-inflicted wounds. Isn't that a bitch?
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, they were self-inflicted.
Yeah,
they were a choice.
Sucks, dude. I had a fucking pair of aces handed to me at birth. They're like, we're gonna give you good hair. You're gonna be able to grow a beard. You're not gonna be short.
Yeah,
you're gonna have really good skin.
You squandered it.
But if you eat fries, you'll gain 5 pounds overnight.
And here's an uncontrollable affinity for white trash shit.
And it's just unstoppable. We're just so guiding you into it. They let me loose in a bowling alley and said, hey, find a personality. I'm like, okay.
There it is.
Turns out my personality is a 43-year-old man named Dale.
When did you get cool, though? When did you stop becoming the Dale?
I don't think that ever happened, dude.
I feel like you're a cool guy. Don't play this game where you feel like you're a dork.
No, dude, because you bail on that shit, and then I got into, like, you just get in, like, bands or whatever. Skateboarding.
That's cool
Tony
stuff.
Hawk. Is that cool stuff?
For sure.
Because it seemed like cool stuff was being good at sports and then getting pussy, of which I was doing neither.
Okay, here's how I feel. I feel like top of the food chain in a high school are the classic jocks. Your basketball, your football boys.
Top of the food chain in high school is girl who's secretly fucking one of the teachers.
You think so?
The ultimate power.
She's to
and
me.
And then no one has more power than a student hooking up with a teacher because they can fire and just literally ruin someone's life.
You think that's the most?
Those low key, the craziest ones. On paper, everyone's like, "Oh, the guy who's like, he's the quarterback for the football team." She's, that. Are these even fucking ideas of teenagers anymore? I feel like that's not even there's no. Dude, guys playing football in high school are probably like the lame ones now. The guys who were cool in high school are like guys, like making beats and they're like 15.
It's like
they sell weed vapes to their friends.
You think that's the cool guy now?
Those are the cool guys.
It's the trans weed vaping water polo gymnast.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what I mean? They have all the Chinese, of course.
Dude, for
this
sure.
high school, everyone's Chinese.
Yeah.
But different
all Chinese
types
high school.
Parts of China.
You have to take a test to get in there. And they ask you questions about China.
That's someone where you're
and
like.
And there's 5 white people go here because they aced the Chinese test. They're like, we have to let them in.
You have to let them in. There's no choice, yeah.
I was listening to something on the radio. Like, apparently there's like...
It wasn't related to whatever we were talking about.
No, I'm not going to go down that road. I'm not going to go down that road. No, actually, total opposite. Yeah, I don't know who's cool now.
Chinese people.
I feel like kids in high school now have life is so extreme now that they're basically 30-year-olds at that point.
They grow up quick now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, people can say the same. Like, we always talk about fucking, I don't know, watching world leaders get executed on Live Leak when you're 12. You know?
Yeah,
that's a bit extreme, too.
I remember watching the Saddam Hussein hanging and being like, I shouldn't be allowed on E-Bombs.
Yeah, I was like, how was I allowed to see this? I remember being like, is this illegal that happened?
E-Bombs.
Come on, dude. There's only so many ICUs. We only got so many military cots left.
That's true. I know.
At Dodger Stadium. Isn't it funny how they're like reopening outdoor dining here now for no reason other than Gavin Newsom's just getting recalled? So they're like, fuck it. All right, let him go eat.
So I had 2 notifications on my phone.
Open up the Long John Silver's patio. We're back, baby. California's coming back.
It's funny, on my phone, I had 2 notifications. One was like Citizen saying there was an alarming spike and they're opening up Dodger Stadium. And then one was a Google alert saying that food will reopen, outdoor dining will reopen on Friday. I'm like,
it's so funny.
It's
at this point, it's like, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
It's so appropriate that it opened today and it fucking rained for like the second day of the year.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
It can't get out of their own way, but...
Isn't it crazy how little like COVID comes up in conversation anymore?
Dude, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
It's just kind of like, it's so, now it's kind of like...
used to it, whatever, I mean.
Yeah, it's like, what is there to talk about? Like, someone's going to be here with the new COVID news. You're like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, for sure. It's like, that way because you know who the most annoying people now? You know what's crazy is the people who are annoying now are the ones who are talking about COVID. If I'm like talking to some person, like, you know, anybody, and they're just like, well, did you hear there's a new variant? And
the new variant
there's
people.
Just a new variant. And you're like, what? Do you even know what that means? Like,
yeah.
Did they clone it? Is it like a created character on Tekken? Mm-hmm. Like, well, no, it's not a thing. Well, there's a new variant.
Did you put in a game genie and hack the COVID virus?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a lot of variants, but then at this point, it's just like...
It'll probably kill us. That's like, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. People got to chill.
Okay. I guess, hey, what should I do?
It's people...
not anything you want to do? Already doing that.
Yeah. What's
new?
So,
what? Oh, should I just stay inside and...
Don't go to your favorite bar. Okay?
Don't do it.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, no, I feel the same way. There are a lot of people that have to get used to now... Like COVID and COVID news was their personality. Now they need something new.
Yeah, they got to bounce back in there.
Hating Trump and COVID news was their personality. So now they're like, I need to like develop an interest in something.
Yeah, what are they going to talk? We're going to have to get back into this world where people are just going to find themselves becoming obsessed with Hamilton. And we're like, cool, we're back. That's how you'll know.
That's how you'll know.
That's how you'll know we're back. It's because then people are going to have to start finding obscure interests. Everyone now, especially now, everybody's going to be the fucking Wolf of Wall Street. Everyone's going to be Jordan Belfort for the next year, probably. Everyone's in stocks now. Everyone's like, get that Dogecoin, whatever. Cool. But you're right, dude. There's a huge amount of people who they got nothing to say but, well, Utah, there's a version now that gives you a fever of 110, and it says forever you can't get full erections anymore, only chubbies.
Now I'm scared.
You get hard. Like, you get plump, but you can't get hard ever again with this new COVID variant.
You know what's crazy?
Gotta watch out. Don't go to a Trader Joe's. You should kill yourself rather than go to a Trader Joe's.
It's funny to think about because when you say that, I was scared of COVID for a while, but if they were to say it gives you half-hard erections for the rest of your life, I'd be like...
I'm never leaving my house again.
Guy, this isn't a joke. Until it was like fully eradicated, a year later, I'd walk out my front door.
Yeah, you'd give it an extra bounce back year.
Could you? I'd be like, no.
That'd be crazy.
Could you imagine having to live your life knowing it's like I can only get like.
Yeah, just like halfway there. Yeah,
just like enough for a woman. Yeah, al dente.
You just get al dente for life. Episode title, al dente for life. Thank God I don't have to think about it. But
And your wife, it's always like you can get it in, but it's like, she's always like, yeah, no, it was in, honey.
She hates you.
But she's like, it was in. You were there. You were fucking me, babe. And then you're like, okay. She's like, you were in. But it wasn't
and
like
she's like,
full.
she's like, I don't give a fuck if you got COVID. He's a bitch.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time.
I'm staying in. Which I'm honestly, I'd be more afraid of lifetime soft dick than I would like smallpox.
Permanent respiratory illness.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because they're going to make it or not.
I don't really care if I get it. I just don't want to give it to people. I feel more. That's how I was raised Catholic. I can die of it. That's fine. I just don't want to give it to anyone else, please.
I was raised Christian because I don't give a fuck about my life, and I give even less of a fuck about other people's lives.
Yeah. That's
the idea of a Christian.
That's a good point.
We were raised to think like you're a child of God, so you're going to hell, and all those people, they're going to hell.
Dude, everybody's going to hell, man. This whole goddamn world's going to hell now. It's going to hell in a handbasket. That's for sure. I should just be one of those guys now.
Don't.
The whole damn place is going to hell in a handbasket. Is this Joe Biden? It's like Texas.
Yeah,
Biden.
that was your Joe Biden impression.
You think when Biden goes to Texas, he kind of like.
Yes.
He got a little strut to him.
I'm sure.
I think dude walks around like,
he's
what's
a code switcher,
on,
dude. Yeah. He code switches hard. He's like, where's honky tonk?
What's going on? It's a honky tonk. Get on that wooden broom and rip on down the riverbed there.
Sweep up on a little broom and honky tonk around the honky tonk.
I once met a grasshopper who burned a fire so deep you couldn't see through a fucking tater skin.
And all the Texans are like, this guy.
Is he?
He knows
what it's like to be. You know what? We're not going to secede anymore. We're going to stay under Biden's America.
I love how your Texan doesn't talk like a Texan, but Joe Biden did.
Yeah.
He liked what he had to say, but then he's like, he has a point.
He knows what we want.
His grandpa couldn't see through the tater skin.
Couldn't see. Yeah, I don't even know what that character was. That's honestly more like some kind of like Georgia hick. I don't know. Like,
I'm not gonna check the nuances of your Southern accent.
Yeah. Well, it
was good.
We have such a diverse country.
We all need to just need to come together and culturally represent everything my culture does,
Yeah.
Because I'm not racist, but I just want everyone to be like me.
Yeah, right? Is that
so I don't have to change.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
That was like that was a impression of someone in my life. I'm going to leave it at that. But that's kind of how they think. They have this idea that I'm not racist, but I think people should talk the way I speak.
Yeah. They should. Everybody should be exactly the way I learned how in St. Aloysius Elementary.
It's funny because I look at this person and I'm like, oh, that's cultural imperialism. And they're like, what? I'm like, that's just every possible. I mean, even think about the Christians, dude. The Christians, the Israelites. I'm high. The Israelites, basically, they were like, they can join the nation of Israel, but if you don't, you die. I'm like, that's every place has been like.
What's your point, dude? I mean, this is pretty par for the course when it comes to religion.
I guess it was funny. It was funny to them because they thought they were woke saying this, and I'm like, no, everyone allows everyone the chance to adapt, but it's forcing them to adapt or die. That's the fucked up part. But they were like, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate all these people. I just can't handle them if they aren't exactly like me.
That's like the funny thing is like when people, what people used to say was like, oh, I'm a tolerant person. I'm tolerant. Like, bitch, doesn't that just mean you are literally okay with that person existing on the planet?
It's a weird choice of words. I know.
Right?
It is. It's totally bizarre, but people do say it, they're like, "Oh, I'm so tolerant." Tolerant is like to like appease
you tolerate it.
bad things.
Can you imagine saying, oh, I'm tolerant of black people, and then being like, oh, I'll tolerate black people? Damn, does it sound different?
It sounds bad. It sounds.
Damn, does it sound different?
Both sounded bad to me,
I know.
by the way.
Well, I mean, one hit a little bit harder, hit that angle a little bit harder. You know?
It is this like, well, I'm a very tolerant person, which isn't even like, I'm very interested in other cultures and understanding them and adapting to them. It's you being like, I guess they can exist.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I don't know.
I guess that's, you can stand over there.
Joe Biden's going to Texas. He's going to the wall. He's going to kick it down. That's what he's going to do. He's going to get out of a black Suburban in a fucking white, crispy white 10-gallon hat with some like not Gucci boots, but like high-end boots.
What? You think so?
Yeah. Like cool cowboy, high-end cowboy boots. He's walking to the border wall and he's like, he's like, I can't imagine what this would stand for. And he just kicks a hole through it.
Hips kick pretty hard.
Well, it would be set up before.
It'd be set up.
Like they would melt. They would graft like half of it off and it'd just basically be like a busted up little fence kind of. And he'd be like, oh.
You think if they did that, do you think people would be like, stop? You know what I mean? They're like doing this thing as like a huge gesture to be like, look how woke we are. And they do it. And everyone's like, hey, we're not children.
Yeah, it would be kind of like his version of like the George W. Bush mission accomplished sign above him,
but way more over the top.
Dude, it's so funny. Like, I'm glad it's Biden, but like, holy shit, if this is not going to be just George W. Bush round 2. It's straight up the same thing.
How so?
It's just kind of like
vice president puppetry.
Listen, I'm not a conservative person, but like Bush got a decent amount of things done like right when he went in. Like he made a decent amount of moves, like especially his first term after 9/11.
Junkers for clunkers for junkers, dude. Clunkers for cash, dude.
Yeah, cash for clunkers, dude.
Wait, who was that? Obama? Or was
that was Obama? That was 2008.
My bad. Shovel ready jobs.
We're getting our different massive economic recessions mixed up the last 20 years.
No Child Left Behind.
Yeah.
Bush,
not
right?
one, dude. Yeah.
Now
Biden's the new Bush, but he's like Democrat Bush. It's just kind of like a goofy old guy who's like folksy, but like, what is he doing? Like, what's going on behind the scenes?
It's funny.
George W. Bush choked on a pretzel, and Joe Biden will choke on like the new Trader Joe's honey Dijon pretzel bites pieces,
salt and pepper pistachios.
Yeah.
That's a Democratic treat, dude.
Yeah, he'll choke on some kale chips.
I love Trader Joe's snacks. I love all their brand.
Dude,
what's your favorite Trader Joe's item?
The corn elote chips.
I haven't had them.
Well,
are they tops?
I got them upstairs, dude. Man, we can make this happen. But they're great. They're like Fritos, but they're little Trader Joe's Fritos. They're like
just a little better.
They're just a little bit better. You don't know why, because it has fun packaging that makes you think of, I don't know,
a safari.
Yeah.
A safari. The last safari you've been on.
Yeah.
Dude,
I get my culture through Trader Joe's for sure.
It's a fun place.
Joe tells me what the world looks like.
They can't. Yeah. It's funny. I can't get any more high and drive home. You know what I mean? It's like one of those situations where I want to take it to outer space right now, but I'm like,
yeah. Well, it's okay.
I won't be able to drive home.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll forget. It's funny. Like I'll be like a safe driver, but I'll just like end up in like the Palisades, like parked in a YMCA.
That's fun though.
Yeah,
that's life, dude. I remember. Dude, right when I got here, there was one time I was driving home from some open mic in the valley, and I don't know. I don't know. I think I like timed an edible wrong, maybe, and I was like way deep in like the hills, and I was like, oh boy, this is feeling very creepy up here.
Yeah,
Took a while, and I finally found my way back down to Hollywood Boulevard, and I was like, I'm going home. Beeline.
You gotta be, it's dangerous.
I was
going
to get some In-N-Out maybe, because I was that guy. Like first month in, I'm like, I'm getting In-N-Out.
You just tear it up all the time.
I was tearing it up. I was a bad boy. Getting it, dude.
Yeah. Now I don't even. Now I just like literally eat turkey bacon and eggs with.
Turkey? You don't even get unleaded bacon, dude? Come on,
dude. I don't like bacon.
Oh, that's cool. That's not a big deal.
So
you prefer turkey bacon? Really?
You know what I like about bacon? I like cooking bacon and then cooking in the pig fat of the bacon. But eating the bacon
some
itself,
sprouts or something.
Yeah. But eating bacon itself is like, to me, it's not like, obviously I'm not gonna go ahead and say like, oh, it's gross, just to be bombastic,
to be cool on Reddit in 2006.
Yeah, like bacon's fine, but I think as a food, as like eating it by itself, I much prefer turkey bacon. But I also get why people might not like it, but I eat turkey bacon all the time.
Well, here's the classic question: bacon or sausage?
If I'm at sausage.
Yeah.
And like a breakfast sandwich as well. It depends.
Link or patty?
Who gives a fuck? Go either way.
No, I don't want a link. I think those are weird. I don't like the weird ones you get. Like,
you know what I like? Ground up. Just kind of ground up sausage.
Yeah, patty, dude.
No, ground up. Not in a shape. No shape. Just like ground beef, but I like that.
I like a patty. Give me a little thing I can snack on, dude. God damn it, dude. You miss going to a diner and getting like...
Every time I go by Norms. Every time I go by Norms, right? I think Zach and I need to go to Norms,
God
dude.
God damn it, dude. Remember that place we went in, was like Venice or Marina del Rey?
When?
Me, you, and Alex went that one time.
Oh, Maxwell's? Did we go to Maxwell's?
Was it Maxwell's?
Yeah, it was Maxwell's because they flipped the shit. They flipped their shit when we asked to split the bill.
To split the bill.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, dude. You ask these people to solve a fucking Rubik's Cube in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. God, dude. Get some coffee and some fucking huevos rancheros, man. What a bummer, dude.
Dude, we can go to Maxwell's now. They open up outdoor dining. We can go to Maxwell's.
I'm not going... No.
What?
It's not the same, dude.
We can eat... I've been to Maxwell's and did the outdoor dining since then.
It's cold as shit, dude. I'm not trying to sit in the parking lot and eat fucking eggs, dude. When I can go inside and sit down at a booth and drink coffee for like 3 hours.
You're right.
Yeah, dude. I'm the first in line to do that. You're right.
And I don't want to go to Maxwell's. I don't.
Norm's is not better. But you know what, dude? I was going to Swingers a lot.
I've never been.
Swingers is good. People like to shit on it, you know.
What do they shit on it about?
It's kind of like a hipster douchebag place for sure.
Really?
But the bottom line is it's like a cool little looking diner and you get a solid breakfast there for like... No, that's expensive. Like $20.
You pay for vibes.
It's all we got, dude. Yeah, I would go to Swingers a decent amount.
Yeah.
Get a burger too. But it's one of those places that the servers treat you like it's your fucking privilege to go to this place. Or something. They're kind of like, you're lucky to...
Is that the shtick?
They make it feel like that.
Really?
They're real uppity at Swingers. Yeah, fuck them. They're dicks. I still tip 20% no matter what, but nonetheless... you just never get. It's like you know what it is, dude. It's like it's the service of a Steak and Shake, but twice the cost. You deal with the shitty service of Steak and Shake because you put up with so much to go eat in a Steak and Shake. You know, it's 40 degrees inside of it. No one's gonna. You'll get 2 interactions with the server max. You know what I mean?
But it's 3 a.m. and there's nowhere else to go.
It's 3 a.m. and what are you going to do? You're 16. Like,
yeah.
You're going to Steak and Shake.
You're getting some chili.
You're getting chili.
I would eat chili. That's what I'm not like a milkshake person. Holy shit, dude. People that drink milkshakes, I'm like, you can't. You're not a child anymore. You're a grown up and you need to act like an adult and your body can't handle milkshakes, so stop drinking milkshakes.
Dude, come on.
Those are fucking ridiculous.
They are ridiculous. You will not catch me getting a milkshake nowadays. But goddamn, if I wasn't in high school, of course I get a burger, fries, and a milkshake.
Fine. I see motherfuckers that are like 38 drinking a milkshake. Yeah. I'm like, those are done. You can't be doing that anymore, man.
I'd like to think that. I don't want to crush on anyone's dreams, but yeah.
No, your like, 38 milkshakes stop. Are done, dude. It's going to
slow you down, dude.
You got it. You like
can't. I'm 29 and I can't do a milkshake. I'm fucking out of commission.
Dude, listen, I'm going to say if you're under 30 right now, get the milkshakes in before 30 hits, dude.
I'm like, drinking stop. I'm doing it, dude. I got to, I guess.
Because you're going to get to this point, like now, as a 31-year-old man, there's shit you can't do. Now it's like, okay, all that's done. Now we're working toward the end. You gotta make sure that you're like treating your body right, because it's not like all sins aren't forgiven.
Dude, you can get a half banana, half chocolate milkshake.
You can't. And if you do, you
every now and then
get those half banana, half chocolate milkshakes before October or whatever.
Yeah.
Because are you 29?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get them in.
Yeah.
Because when you hit 30, you're gonna be like, like, honestly, I think your 30s, you peak, then you hit 30 and it's all downhill. So you need to retain your lifeblood for the rest of it.
Yeah. What a dark future you painted, but
that's just life, dude. You hit 30, you grow, you get better, you get stronger, you hit 30, and then it's like, you're wise.
This is who you is.
And then at the end,
you're not Jesus.
33 was Jesus when he died. So I don't know. Maybe that is the peak. I'm not sure.
Rest in peace, Jesus. I
mean, like he had.
Let's give it up for Jesus.
The one person that had control of how people rest when they die.
Yeah.
I'm sure he made it peaceful for himself, at least.
You think Jesus, like, I know you're laughing at me right now, but I have a legitimate question about Jesus.
I'm listening.
Do you think, given the choice, that Jesus, if someone said, hey, you don't have to be the son of God, you can just be a guy who just goes and
oh my God.
Just fucks your way through the rest of the Middle East for the rest of your life, you don't need to do this. Do you think he would have taken it?
This is to me right now, this question you're asking me.
Yeah.
Literally something I've never thought of.
I'm saying if someone came up to
if Jesus had the autonomy to not be the son of God
and didn't have to deal with any of that shit.
Dude, this is such a wild paradox of like the Holy Trinity, of like thinking about what the Holy Trinity means.
This is literally the movie. It's an alternate reality where Jesus is given an out. He's given the ability to abandon the idea of being the son of God, and then watches the reaction of the world.
Does this feel great to you?
Keanu Reeves, obviously, but I'll take,
So to like, he has the option of Washington, like following through with dying for everyone's sins, or just be a good-looking good-looking Jewish guy.
Well, now that I mention this and we talk further, I kind of do believe that this is how the Last Temptation of Christ, the Scorsese movie, I kind of think that's how it ends. My memory's a little foggy, but I'm pretty sure that like there's the big scene at the end where Jesus is on the cross and he decides he like leaves it and just decides not to be Jesus.
I haven't seen it.
You got to see it. It's crazy. It's a good movie.
I'll watch
Willem Dafoe is Jesus. It's kind of weird, but hey, you get over it. Harvey Keitel is Judas. Dude,
really?
I'm not fucking kidding you. Harvey Keitel is Judas, and it's fucking awesome. You know what he sounds like? Harvey Keitel. He's like, listen, Jesus. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God, it's almost an Italian accent. I swear to God. Watch it. Last Temptation of Christ.
I don't know why.
You have to see it.
It seems like a movie that's made for me. Is it? Okay.
It's great. Oh, dude, I love a Jesus movie. I love a Jesus biopic. Even bad ones. I watch so many. They're kind of like nostalgia for me at this point, going to like Catholic school. You watch so many of those fucking stupid. This is like, Passion of the Christ obviously is the big one. Catholics don't like Last Temptation of Christ.
I think there's a movie just called Jesus.
Yeah.
Where he goes and like he's like, well, you know the story. It's like it's just biblical stories of Jesus, like give to Caesar what is Caesar's, right? And like there's one. I mean, you know Jesus in the desert, and the devil's like tempting him to like be like, this could be all yours, and Jesus is like, I'm fucking God, you dumbass Satan.
You don't even get it, you dumb bitch.
That's always such a weird thing. Like the Bible has all these weird metaphors and stuff that really make no sense if you think about actually the plot of the Bible, because it's like Satan going up to Jesus and saying, I could give you the world, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, like Jesus, like what? Jesus would be like, this is my, like Satan, I made you.
I'm the son of God. I am the world. The world is me. Yeah, dude, for sure. No, it's
this
stupid.
Is the segment where I just make fun of Christians again.
Yeah, well, back. I mean, listen, we can go so hard on this, but like, yeah, no doubt, dude, for sure. I mean, I just love a Jesus biopic. I feel like so many of them I watched were straight to VHS or straight to
that's what we watched.
Straight to Catholic school.
Yeah.
As in just propaganda, essentially.
On a day where you have a sub, it's just Christian.
And then like Pepper and Veggie Tales, which is like softcore porn. You're like, no, I want to see Jesus get killed.
Right.
Isn't that fucked up, dude? Isn't that fucked up? Dude, if you're a teenage boy in Catholic school in 7th and 8th grade, and you have to sit through that dumb religious education all day, every day, and all they ever talk about is Jesus getting nailed to a cross, eventually you get to a point where you're like, yeah, dude, I want to see him get nailed to a fucking cross, dude. We're watching all these movies. I'm a teenage boy. I like gore and violence now. That's what we are.
And it already happened, and it's a reenactment, so sure.
God, dude. They practically walked me towards the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude. They practically led my hand into,
for me, it was like I'd already seen the Texas
Marilyn Manson and they're just creating just giving kids this dark imagery of like death so early.
Yeah.
You get what you get, dude, for real.
For me, it was like I'd already seen the dark imagery, Marilyn Manson posters and like album covers and stuff. So when I saw the Jesus stuff, I'm like, yeah, like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
I know what this is about.
Jesus? Yeah, it's kind of like a weak version of Marilyn Manson.
Exactly.